Good afternoon, everyone. This is Matt over at MilestoneCapitalGrowthPortfolio.com. Today is Thursday, May 1st. Whole lot of nothing today, except for the ones we were watching in the chat room. Some of these big boys that move gave us some great rewards. We'll go over all those for Freaky Friday tomorrow. All the members wanted to take a look at those. So let's start with the Dow first. A whole lot of nothing here. I think everybody's waiting for the jobs tomorrow. Nothing matters till we get that. But just to let you know, we are at three tops, just sitting here waiting for the next move. We have a double top here, a double top, triple top here, and double top here. So what are we going to do? Who knows? But I do want you to take note of a couple things right here. So as we came up to the top over here, you could see what took place after we doubled in. All right, we had a nice little measured move down. All right, let's pin this here. All right, so we had a nice little measured move down. Broke the 50, came down near the middle lower Bollinger Band, and then popped back up again. All right, what happened when we got to the top again? Well, it was close to breaking, and it did not. So what happened? Whoops, we had a deeper dive. So a nice deep dive here. All right, so it's a lot deeper than this one. Almost double. We'll see what happens. So now that we're at the double top here, okay, you're 50 days closer, your middle Bollinger Band's right here. You know, we're a lot closer here. So, I mean, the potential now is to go a little deeper. All right? So it looks like we could be doing something like this down to the 200-day moving average next and testing that before we start a measured move to the upside. Back up and either test that line or a lower high. So this is just on the daily. This is my prediction. This is what I see happening. I do see a big drop coming. We will know probably starting tomorrow if that's going to take place or not. But you can be with us in live chat, and we will go over all this and manage everything along with you. Okay, let's take a look at the S&P 500 for tomorrow. What's going to happen? No idea what this blue line's here. Let's take a look. So it didn't do anything spectacular. It went down and it went up. I mean, this thing's all over the place. The buyers were here today. Not many, but the buyers were here. CM Chuck and Money Flow is actually coming down as this was trying to hold its gains today. So, you know, we did close under this candle here, and we did pin it right to the top of this candle here. So I think, you know, it's one of those things we're waiting on for tomorrow. So if tomorrow it doesn't hold, same situation is going to take place. You could see the measured drop right here, and I want to get into it. Same thing, you got a nice little drop right here. All right, and then we came back up again, and then you had a much larger and deeper drop here right after it. Okay, and then the next one, again, here's my prediction. Yes, this is my prediction. We are going to come down to near the 200-day moving average on this next move. Okay, 177 is going to be my next drop target. 177. We get a little gap here. Could be in the next week or two. Might even be next week. Who knows? So I get a 177 target. I get the 200-day moving average as your area of target. Okay, so it looks like this is what we're going to do. This is our prediction over at Milestone. Join us in live chat. If it happens, we'll be well positioned for it. If it doesn't happen, we'll be well positioned for the upside. Either way, we're going to be there and we're going to be on it. All right, let's take a look at some of these stocks here that the members want to look at. eBay couldn't get going. CNBC said they settled something. I forgot what it said. I really wasn't paying attention. And they said the 52 strike wasn't going to be any good tomorrow because we were going higher. I am sorry, CNBC. We at Milestone are correct again. We are riding this down. We have plans to take this down to the 42 and 47 level. If you're in chat, we can explain the whole thing to you and the charts on why our predictions are that low. But I'll give you a quick description right here. You have a nice gap right here that has to get filled, and this is a broken trader right now. Okay, so 41, 42 is our area. The consolidation box has been long and strong, but it hasn't been moving to the upside. Okay, there's no conviction to the upside. This thing would have blown up and kept going up. Okay, we've been over here for how long now in just this trade zone? Okay, investors are giving up. It looks like investors are giving up. So money flow is going to start coming out of this. Keep an eye on it. We'll have to see what happens. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow, but I think sometime later this month we could be down at 41. Keep an eye on this because you take a look at the weekly middle Bollinger Band is 51.09, and if we break that, we are in a complete downtrend on a weekly basis. So keep an eye on eBay for that. All right, let's burn right into Twitter. TWTR, awesome. Twitter. Okay, Twitter has a nice little candle today. It tried bouncing off this. Did close this little gap right here. Let me zoom this in a little bit. All right, so you had this gap right here, and it was closed by this hammer today. Okay, it tried. It really did. But what you have now is nice doji to the downside getting set up. So this looks like it could go lower. We were saying in the chat room from up here in this area, we were going to be coming down to 35 area to consolidate in the 35. So let's keep an eye on that. The relative strength index is at 44, and 44, and right now we're at 38. So we'll look for next week to probably bottom out somewhere and see what happens there. All right, Facebook, beautiful Facebook. Why? Because we had calls from here, this double bottom here, and then moved up. Facebook's very strong on the daily, going over the middle Bollinger Band. As long as this holds tomorrow, then this one's going to come up higher and probably test the 64.14 area. It did pull back on some selling this afternoon, and chalk and money flow is coming down. So just keep an eye on this. If it doesn't hold this middle Bollinger Band, definitely get puts on this one or short stock because it's going to go lower. All right, it looks good. It finally filled this lower gap right here that we said. It didn't trick us. We waited for this hammer, and we got it, and it's all good to go now. All right, moving on to CMG. CMG is trying to hold its own here. It really is. They put up a battle today, holding this 200-day moving average. Tomorrow will be the decision day on this one. It did close this gap very nicely, as we expected. Made some great money to the downside, but we still have another gap down here that needs to get closed. And we think it's going to come down and close that gap 445, and that could be in the next 2 weeks, in the next week or so. We'll have to see what happens. If not, it's going to move up to the middle Bollinger Band tomorrow and hit 521.23. So manage your upside, manage your downside. It is what it is. PCLN. What a beast. Same thing. We got this right here at the 200-day moving average. Lock and load. We made huge money up here, and this is exactly where I said it was going to go. Come up and hit the middle Bollinger Band, and it did. If you're watching the videos, you have seen that. If you're in the chat room, you have managed that. So big move, huge profits. If this can't break through tomorrow, the middle Bollinger Band, then expect this to come to the downside. EXPE did beat tonight, so we'll see what happens there. But take note of something very important here. See the 50-day moving average starting to roll over? Okay, that's not a good sign for a stock that's going to be heading to the upside. All right, so it's starting to turn a little bit. We'll have to see what happens. We're getting, we're underneath the Bollinger Band here, and we have a beautiful gap down here at 857. So keep an eye on PCLN for the next move. Be in live chat, and we will discuss it with you. Tesla, let's get into Tesla real quick. It did break it. All right, so it broke the downtrend line I was talking about. Had a nice measured move from here. It did close underneath the middle Bollinger Band. We are very sorry for that. I don't think we're going to head any higher. I do think we're going to head lower. So look for the 200-day moving average, about 173, to be your next support from here. Couldn't do it today, so I don't think it's going to do it tomorrow. So Tesla, keep shorting, ride it to the downside. Chalk and money flow is moving to the downside also. So keep an eye on Tesla for more downside. Google had a nice little move. Okay, we had this, brought the 200-day moving average call to the calls, and it came up. And look for it to come up and test this middle Bollinger Band at 544. If it doesn't make it to that, then expect this to head south. We expect it to head south anyway. Please observe your your 50-day moving average. Okay, the money coming out. We have a beautiful gap down here at Google at right around 455. Do I think it's going to hit it? Yes, I do. Do I know when? Absolutely not. So just manage the trade, and we will in chat so we can make money on the way up, on the way down, and every other which way. Netflix, another amazing call in the chat room. Made some huge money on this one off this hammer right here. It came up, did exactly what I said on the video, came up, hit the 200-day moving average and the middle Bollinger Band for a complete exit and jump into puts. We reverse the trade, okay? So we're playing down, up, doesn't matter. We're just managing it daily, making huge money on this, okay? So I had a nice little move here, and, you're going to start to curl down on your chalk and money flow, and it's definitely a broken trade. You look at your 50-day moving average, it's heading south, and we'll talk about this one too. We do have a gap here at 176 on the way down. That's what we're going to hit. We are under the 200-day moving average, and that's where Netflix is going to go. Be in chat. You will be able to make money with us. Amazon, okay, we wanted to look at Amazon real quick because we do have potential for a gap close here and a break. 322 looks like the area for this gap close here if it gets momentum to the upside, but if it has to break this a middle Bollinger Band first. I think it breaks the middle Bollinger Band, comes up a little bit higher, and then sells off again. So keep an eye on that one, okay? Your 50-day moving average is heading down. As you can see, when these things start to turn, they really start to turn and burn, okay? Amazon has some lower gaps that need to be filled from the past also, but I'm not going to get into that right now. And we'll look at one more, IBM. IBM looks fantastic also for a top call. As I said before, you know, these gaps we love watching because they get filled, okay? This one bounced off the 50-day moving average right here. Absolutely perfect, okay, after this big dump. Huge gap right here, huge gap. You know, if this acted as support, then you buy calls. You ride the calls until the gap's filled, or you buy stock and ride till the gap's filled, depending how you're trading. If you're using options, that's how you do it. If you're not using options and you're using stock and you're in from back here, there's nothing broken about IBM right now. It is still a great trade to the upside, so keep an eye on that. But if it starts to roll over, make sure you manage the trade properly. Okay, truck and money flow is starting to come out of this, so keep an eye on IBM. I think it's going to start going lower. Relative strength index is at 46. All right, this is Matt over at Milestone Capital Growth Portfolio.com. We have a one-time fee of $500 to be a lifetime member. Okay, that expires tomorrow. Tomorrow's your last day. You can do it for $500. Saturday it goes up to $750 to be a lifetime member. So if you want to join all of us in chat, I mean, we're giving out scans now. We got the monster scan out there. We have the top scan, the bottom scan. We have all the scans we're starting to share with our members that we've designed over the years. And, you know, it's really going to work out great for everybody. All right, this is Matt. Have yourself a great night, everyone. Good luck trading tomorrow. We will see you in live chat.